is Dak Prescott and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
D.D. Westbrook on the return.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They are led out by their 27-year-old quarterback, a two-time Pro Bowler. It's Dak Prescott.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott to the left side here for Eifert.
Prescott.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
On third down, it's Prescott. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
First down, Jacksonville.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down, Prescott. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Robinson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 9 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
On second down, it's Robinson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Prescott from the gun on third, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This one from 46 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars 3, Colts 0.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2nd and 6.
A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 12 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Rivers. And he will have the first down as he's brought down out near midfield. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Again, it's Rivers. And his throw is incomplete.
Intended for Mo.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rivers finding Hilton on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Mack, and they'll lose lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know this is hard to believe that when we talk about an Ohio State product as Devon Hamilton is, that we might actually call him underrated. But the Jacksonville Jaguars knew they needed help inside on the defensive line when they went to the draft. They found him in the 3rd round, and he's got free agents Rodney Gunner and Al Woods who have joined the team, and they'll help this young man develop. One of the better players I saw that didn't get the rating that he probably should have gotten, probably because Ohio State was blowing so many people out. He didn't stay on the field as long as others.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Kenny Moore brought him down. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37.
Prescott to throw it. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert.
Prescott.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Jaguars.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
32-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of Prescott. And Prescott stripped. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Philip Rivers sacked.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. 3rd down here.
Brings up a 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the run, it's Robinson. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, that one complete. He finds Shark. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings
they run the draw play with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him, that's a good priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of that first.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. Operating from the gun. Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone? What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads? It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10.
Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And a dump off here to Robinson. The Colts going to use the 1st of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups We're going to see him when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Rivers throws this one right side to Pascal. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Pascal. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 42.
Working out of the gun. Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the gun. Rivers
at the 21-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dwayne Smoot. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And 10. At the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. He he's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down now. It's Mack, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They run with Hines, and he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's good.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. First down, Rivers. He dumps this off to Mack. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Rivers
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw again. Rivers connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Again, it's Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Rivers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take it for... The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Connection made with Chenault. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and long for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
throwing on 2nd down. Rivers
32-yard line.
escapes the sack. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Well, it's out. Smith lost it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for the Jacksonville score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Josh Lambo to kick.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Rivers,
and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Well, this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
First down, Prescott. The open man is Westbrook.
Prescott's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And 4. At the Colts, 48-yard.
Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Following the interception here, Rivers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Rivers sack.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Jags grab it, so they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
The score, Jaguars 21, Colts 14.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 21.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. And they're just trying to keep them out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think he's had a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And we'll get to the 29-yard line right down there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
21.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jags, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, this loss will mean they finish the season right at .500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew.